The Wicked Lady. One day there was a young lady named Mary. She was cruel and wicked to her village. She wouldn't help anyone and was selfish. Once she tripped an old man on the road and also pushed a child on a bus. She never liked sharing or caring. One fine Saturday, she was walking around town trying to get to her job. As soon as she arrived, she saw one of her workers struggling for help because he broke the printing machine. Mary shouted, "What did you do?" she said as she screamed again, "You're fired." She stumbled into anger. The worker cried, "But ma'am, I need this job to work for my family," he said sadly. Mary exited her office after she fired her worker. She didn't care about him and went back inside her office after her break time. When she got home, she took a nap for a little while. During her nap, she had a dream of angels telling her to be nicer. She does not listen and suddenly wakes up. She goes to her kitchen and thinks about her dream she had for a little while. After thinking about it for a little while, she decides to forget about it. As Mary continues her job, she continues hiring and firing lots of workers in her office. All the workers who got fired were very, very sad. Although the workers she hired were very annoyed at her rude behavior, she was still very cruel and rude, so some of her workers decided to leave. Only the ones who needed money stayed. Mary wasn't happy with her life. Even her personality wasn't the best. Have you ever met anyone who's as cruel as Mary? Yes, her backstory wasn't the best either. Her parents were not good at raising her and indeed was cruel. One other important thing was that Mary was rich. She had so much money but wouldn't give anyone anything. This sort of person is a really properly unhappy one. If you met someone cruel, I bet it wouldn't be as cruel as Mary. Oh yes, Mary hated everyone. She will beep her horn loudly when she has to wait a moment for the red light. She will roll her eyes at everyone so no one talks to her. Mary didn't care. She almost liked that she wasn't liked. If nobody spoke to her, it's a great day. She could be unhappy as miserable. I suppose that made her day happy. Since Mary was rich, she wouldn't even give a single penny to the beggars begging on the street. Such a cold person. She had a pointy nose, small and tired-looking eyes, and an average amount of hair. Mary once had a friend in her primary section. Her name was Marla. Marla was a bit older than Mary. They were best friends, or should I say, sisters. But when Marla turned 18, she died due to cancer. Mary was depressed, and that's when her heart became even sadder. Marla Ray Addison is dead. She is very much dead, and Mary knows it because she went to her funeral. Mary was from a city called Melbourne in Australia, but she moved to the USA when she was only 5. The reason was that her father had a job there, and she met Marla there too. Before Marla died, Mary was a helpful and kind student, but she wasn't that popular, I'd say. Marla helped Mary a lot. They were inseparable. They do everything together. It's like they were siblings. Mary lost her best friend, sadly, but now she's cold-hearted and mean to everyone. No one's as cruel as Mary.